Hey folks, it's Mark and Bob with Fireman Outdoors, and we have a new handguard for under $100 that's made right here in the United States. Stick around and we're going to tell you all about this fine piece of equipment.
So a few weeks ago, a company reached out to us by the name of Stinger. At least it appears to be Stinger, STNGR.
If they hate vowels.
I think so. But they're Texans, so it's all good.
Right. Well, I
right.
love Texans.
Yeah, so they reached out to us and asked if we were interested in trying out their new Hawk handguard. Again, no vowels,
Yeah.
HWK.
Okay.
So the Hawk handguard from Stinger, feel that.
You know, the thing that I noticed about this immediately is super light. So if you are building a lightweight build, this is definitely one to look at. We weighed the thing, and the whole assembly, including the barrel nut and all the fasteners, is about 11.7 ounces.
And that's if you're going to save some weight, that's a good way to do it. I noticed one thing right off the bat that you're going to like about that handguard.
It has a quick detach up there where you need a quick detach for your sling. If you're going to use your firearm as a modern sporting rifle and you're going to have it slung over your shoulder like you're used to, having a sling mount up here built in, that's a huge value to me because I don't have to buy a $20 doodad to add on and add weight. Look, they machined it right in the end where it's supposed to be.
Right.
Win. So
we've
that's
got
cool.
15-inch. You've got the Picatinny on the bottom. I do like that.
Yep.
And it also has your M-Lok attachment surface along the sides.
Yep.
And on the bottom as well. So going by the instructions, this is going to be a fairly easy install. So we're going to go over the installation for you right now.
Let's get to it. Included with the handguard is a handy installation guide. And Bob, it says, first start by removing your muzzle device, gas block, and barrel nut from your previous setup. We're starting from scratch, so we're going to move on to step number 2. Step number 2 would be begin by sliding the proprietary barrel nut over the barrel and start threading it into the upper.
And to install the barrel, what we're going to do here is we're going to slide the barrel in and make sure that the indexing pin goes right into the indexing slot. From there, we're going to take the supplied barrel nut, slide that over.
And it's super light. I believe that nut is made out of aluminum.
And it weighs practically nothing.
Yep.
So we're just going to get this hand tight for right now. And we're going to torque that down. And it says to start with 30 foot-pounds of torque.
So we are going to use a Geisley reaction rod. And this is a handy tool to have if you don't have one and you like to play around building ARs. Highly recommend that.
All right. So we've got the torque wrench there for you.
And we are set to 35. We are in the correct orientation. And all right.
And we're there.
And we are there. Provided is the wrench that fits this. 35 foot-pounds.
One of the beautiful parts about installing this is you don't have to worry about, putting shims in it. There's going to be no timing issues. We've got the gas tube is going to be perfectly set up. So it's going to drop right down in the hole here.
And just like that. So this is an arrow barrel and they printed on the top. So that kind of helps us line up here. And we can look underneath. It has had a block installed before, I believe, so it has a scar. We're going to make sure that that is lined up good. This is one of the most critical things. If your barrel, if your gas block is not lined up correctly, you can have all sorts of cycling issues because you would be undergassed. So aligning your gas block is an important thing. All right.
So that's nice and snug. So next, I'm just going to take the handguard, and the handguard should drop right down over there. This does have a couple of anti-rotation tabs on here. That's real nice. So we know that we're going to be perfectly lined up. So our top rail is going to match with the rail on the receiver. A pretty precise fit on that.
Oh, and that, look at, if you can come in here and look at that lines up just perfectly.
Some inexpensive rails, you'll find that they do not line up very well. And that can be a little bit troublesome if you're into the aesthetics of it. Next, we have this key. This key is going to go right into this slot.
It's worth noting, Bob, that the key does have a little tab, and that interfaces with that that little notch that was in the block that we saw before.
Right. And so you'll be able to feel when that's in place.
And that is in place there.
There's one for you.
The threads are machined into the handguard itself on the far side. There's no external nut that you add on there.
So we've got the clamping method for doing this. This makes it for a real easy installation. As you can see, if you've got the tools here, you can do it in well under 5 minutes.
It's worth noting, Bob, that some people, because we're going to see this in the comments, there's different thoughts on what kind of lubrication you add to the barrel nut threads. We didn't use any lubrication. Some people like to use certain types of grease.
Very good. I think we got it. So for this build, we're going to use the Atlas 5 from Odinworks. This is a tunable muzzle brake.
And it does not, it has a larger nut than your standard armor's wrench, so 7/8 wrench tightens that.
You don't need a crush washer for this design.
And then, yeah, because you don't have to time it, because you can time it after the fact, just like this.
There we go. Complete upper. Done.
Let's find a lower and stick it on there. Well, this handguard feels really nice. It's also very light. The firearm handle's very nice. That QD mount, I love that. I love that a lot. See how it feels shooting. Performs well and keeping my hand protected from a hot barrel too. Bonus.
Well, good. Hand it to me. Let's try this out. Looks like you killed all the targets. All right, going hot. In about 5 minutes, once we had all of our tools together,
right.
We weren't searching looking for the right things.
Yes.
Once we had all the things, we put this together, quick and easy. I mean, that's got to be one of the simplest complete uppers to put together.
Yeah, that handguard went together super nice, super easy, and hey, it works well.
Yeah, works
It's under
extremely
$100, made in the USA. I like seeing new companies introducing products and competition and keeping everybody honest.
Yeah, I was speaking with Philip from Stinger, and he said that by eliminating the middleman and providing direct sales, they're able to cut a lot of the potential extra money involved in a handguard out. So going through Stingers, where you're going to have to go, we'll have a link down in the description on if you're looking to buy one of these. So you're not going to be able to go into Cabela's. You're not going to be able to go to Big Five and just pick one of these up.
Right. It's got to go directly to the manufacturer, and there's those inherent cost savings there.
Right.
So I like it.
Yeah. You know, one caveat is it does get warm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you are looking to buy a slim handguard, you're not buying it because you want to keep your hands cool.
Right. If you're going to be high rate of fire, you want a big, old school, bulky handguard.
Absolutely.
Slim handguard. I love the ergos for shooting. For a modern sporting firearm, if you're going to be using this and you're not under high sustained rates of fire all the time, I like the weight. It's really light, easy to pack around. This QD mount makes this and the price makes it a great handguard for a sporting arm where you're going to be carrying it out in the field and not necessarily doing mag dump after mag dump after mag dump.
Exactly. So anyway, looking for new handguard, you want to save some money, you want something US made, check out Stinger. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I think it's a good handguard.
I do too. Hey folks, you can't take back a bullet. You never ever want to wish you could. So always follow the 4 basic safety rules when you're handling firearms. Shoot safe, shoot straight.
We'll catch you on the firing line.
Thanks for watching.
Hey folks, here at Fire Mountain Outdoors, we always follow safety rules when we're handling firearms at any time. Make sure you always follow these 4 basic safety rules. Number 1, treat all firearms as if they are loaded until you have proven otherwise. Number 2, never point your firearm at anything you don't intend to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are on target and you're ready to shoot. And lastly, know your target and know what's behind it. Thanks for watching.